99.1 is where we talk about the confidence of taking over the loan, right? Because that's one of the main criteria or condition to successfully decouple this property. But what if the 99% shareholders basically don't have the power to take over? The next thing, we talk about debunking the myth. A lot of people talk about, let's think about it only when the time is right or only when it's necessary. So what it means is when I go to the law firm, and before the law firm with the client in the good old days, right, I told the investors or buyers out there or buying for matrimonial stay, I share that, hey, you need to plan for that manner of holding of 1%, or even 70-30 or 75-25. They say that KS, what is all these things? I say that it means that you can decouple the property and then own one more in the future. They say that, I don't have to plan. This is a matrimonial home. Even if it's a private property. I think to keep things simple, we just own 50-50 will do. Okay, so that we will not have any surprises coming up along the way. So when they say that, I say, okay, I leave it to you. But what's so important here is that they are missing out what's going to happen next. So over here, I'm just going to show you, or if not, explain to you along with Kenny's recording as well that we did on the last masterclass, what it means. Okay, so here it is, 99.1% split share. So next thing, right, we then talk about in terms of decoupling. We also heard that people buying on first hand instead of in the good old days when you buy it, many people has it in 50-50 share. That's why decoupling comes in the picture. But right now people already know about this decoupling, so they tend to plan one step ahead. So the one step ahead that we see here is that people are buying in manner holding of 99.1% shareholding. So what is the implication for the one that's holding that 1% share? And if that 1% share were to pass on, given scenario one, pass on, or if not, more unfortunate than not is that they go their separate ways. All right. How under scenario two, how would it affect that 1%?
Okay. I think this is a very interesting portion of the discussion. Okay. I always like to tell my clients, okay, depending on who takes the 99% share, if it's the wife or the girlfriend taking the 99% share, I usually just give them my brief overview on 99.1 and I proceed. Okay. If it's the other way around, whereby it's the husband or the boyfriend getting the 99% share, okay, that's when I sit up a little and I say that, look, first of all, I think you're a very brave man. Okay. But the point of it is this. Generally for all of this, okay, manner of holding, okay, the summary advice starts off with this. Okay, one, remember that whoever holds 1%, whatever CPF that they've used, okay, will need to be repaid back, okay, in cash. Secondly, okay, the party holding 99% must be fully capable of refinancing exactly 99% of the loan by himself or herself. Okay, that is the second implication. Okay, and the third implication is this idea of a certain security. Okay, because one of those situations that have been asked okay, but lawyer, okay, Candice, what's the worst thing that can possibly happen under a 99.1 arrangement? Because surely he can't sell off this property without my consent. So I, as his lawfully wedded wife, I don't have that much to fear, okay, even though I'm holding just 1%.
Great. So we hear a bit of what Kenny has mentioned. So he will sit up a little if the guy is holding 99%. So guys out there, if your missus is with you, sitting right next to you, and you're planning for this move, don't be that brave man that Kenny is mentioning, okay? So go for the 1% if I were you, like what he mentioned. And of course, this is on the instance that we do not want to have any so-called dispute along the way, okay? And you know what we meant by that, all right? So a quick recap, the 1% holder, CPF usage, will need to pay back in cash by the other party during the exit. So what it means is that if the 1% owner or the 1% ownership, so-called manner of holding owner, it's in a way buying it, we wouldn't want him to use a lot of CPF, because when he exits, that 99% has to pay that CPF usage that the 1% has used. Okay, so bank will not finance that that CPF you used, and again, CPF of yours can't use, the CPF of the 99% can't be used to pay that 1% CPF usage as well. So you can't use the CPF to CPF exchange, all right? So in short, if you were to buy in 99.1% shareholding, the 1% holder should not touch much of the CPF. That is the rule of thumb, okay? And of course, the 99% holder must also be capable to reprice or refinance the entire loan when you take over the property. All right. So next, over here, we talk about 75-25 or 70-30 shareholding, because 99-1 is where we talk about the confidence of taking over the loan, right? Because that's one of the main criteria or condition to successfully decouple this property. But what if the 99% shareholders basically don't have the power to take over, because the 1% use a lot of CPF, for example. And with the CPF as the chokehold here or the roadblock, how are we going to mitigate it? How are we going to pay it off? Okay, so over here we need to talk about 75-25 or you're not 70-30 shareholding. So do listen to this to understand further what Kenny's mean. Amazing. Okay, so next thing we then talk about structuring this 99-1. What is the best plan going ahead? Is 99-1 really the best so-called strategy? Because you also mentioned that there is also circumstances where the 99 can't buy over the 1% because maybe income drop, or if not, too much CPF has been used for the 1% party. Because again, you did mention that
correct.
When the exiting party goes off, he also need to exit with whatever CPF that they have used. So correct. What are the common practices beyond 99-1 that you see out there that mitigate this problem?
Okay, what I am starting to see, okay, is what they call now 75-25 or 70-30. So they still benefit from some tax savings, okay, and when it's geared in this percentage, okay, they are able to seek financing, okay, to help to fund the buy over, okay, and the purchasing party who owns 70% or 75% is also still able to use a significant amount of their own CPF to fund the buyout of the other party. Okay, so the exiting party is not left in the lurch of having to come up with cash, okay, to refund. So especially for some of those type of what they call breakup cases lah, okay, whereby girlfriend, boyfriend, they buy, then after that they change their mind down the road, okay. So if it's 99-1, okay, sometimes finding the cash flow will be a bit difficult, okay, and then this might potentially delay the entire process, okay, and then they're stuck together because they can't exit the property.
Exactly. That's so crucial. So that 70-30 or 75-25 will be a very good so-called tool to basically get that additional so-called loan or cash. Correct. Or CPF usage, so to speak, because if not, you can use 1% to buy over, even though the buy over party has so much CPF, right? Correct. Exactly. So over here, we'll do a quick recap of what you just mentioned. We talk about that 70-25 or 70-30 purchasing party, okay, the one that is buying over, which is usually that bigger share, is able to use significant amount of their CPF to refinance. So what it means is, for example, we are using 70-30 as an example. When you buy over that 30% share, the property value right now, just give you some numbers so you can stay on course with me, all right? So for example, the property value is $1 million, which means that the 70% owns 700,000, okay? And the 30% means 300,000. So in order to buy over that 300,000 share or the 30% share, the bank actually allows the 70% to borrow a 75% of $300,000, okay? And the differential of the 25% could, 5% has to be cash, the 20% can be CPF. That's what it means. So that's where you are able to touch that 20% CPF of yours to take over. And of course, the financial position is good. You can basically finance that 75% of 300,000, so to speak, all right? So that's just some illustration for you for the first pointer here. Exiting party is able to exit comfortably because when they basically use lesser cash to make that decouple happen, they also have more cash on hand to buy the next property. And then basically this is a good tool to get additional loan. So you use less cash, all right? So Moving ahead, we talk about the next so-called planning ahead. How does it look like? So we talk about a 99 1% share against 75 25 70 30. When do we use 99 1? When do we use 70 25 or 70 30 as one grouping? So 99 1 is always the first priority in terms of ranking because it reduces the most stamp duties payable. Okay, and in this instance, we talk about paying only 1% that stamp duties on a 1% share. All right, and then 99 and 1% shareholding in this manner of owning. The 1% shareholder can exit within the 3 years of seller stamp duty with minimum taxation. Okay, because you are owning that, for example, you're owning $1 million, 10% share means $10,000. When you exit during your first year of seller stamp duty, you are basically paying IRAS 12% of $10,000, which is actually only $1,200. So with this $1,200 as a consideration for decoupling within your first year, you will feel that this is a small amount. You wouldn't want to miss out the opportunity out there within that 1 year, 2 year, or the next 3 years. Okay, so 99 1% basically give you more advantages in terms of liquidity. Next, so as mentioned, the 1% shareholder CPF usage will need, okay, so the condition here is that the 1% shareholder CPF usage will need to be paid back in cash by the 99% shareholder during exit. All right, so this is the condition that we need to address. And the second condition here is the 99% shareholder must be capable of refinancing the entire loan individually to make this buy over possible. If not, you'll be in a chokehold. You can't buy over. And that's many a times when people want to decouple and buy one more, they realize that, hey, I can't take over because the CPF of the 1% used too much. Then how? They have to start all over again, exit and then buy one more. And this time around, they probably buy one only, and then the other one probably buy another one down the road. Okay, so how is it different from 75-25 or 70-30 grouping? Over here, purchasing party is able to use significant amount of CPF for the buy over. Okay, and then less cash is required for the buy over as well, because more equities are available for the next down payment for your next purchase for the exiting party. Okay, so when we talk about this structuring on 99-1 or even 70-30 as per se, depending on what kind of profile you fall under, will the condition in 99-1 basically are you able to fulfill? If you can't fulfill that, basically we just go straight to 75-25 or 70-30 already. All right, for 75 and 25 holding, the not so good thing here is that I would only advise you to do the decoupling 3 years down the road, because the share that minimally is holding here for party B is at least 25 to 30%. Okay, so once you're holding that, when you do a seller stamp duty of that first year, if you decided to sell in the first year of 12% tax, right, for $1 million, you own 30%, you own 300,000. 70 that 12% would work out to be what, almost 60-70 over thousand. All right, and we wouldn't want to pay these tax just by basically exiting and thinking that there's better opportunity cost along the way. So I don't know what investment you could buy into and then make sense of that 70,000 that you're going to pay to IRAS for. All right, so in this instance, that is the only setback for 70-25 or 70-30 grouping manner of holding.